Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, where tonight Carolina Skyhawks have risen from the depths of the standings with an opportunity still to make the season 16 playoffs. Good evening from David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium alongside Tyler Falk. I'm Cameron Irvine. Tyler, this has been the most bizarre last 3 weeks to an SFL season that I've ever been a part of. And I've been a part of 16, I think.
I'd have to agree with you, Cameron. I think I know why the game froze here a couple days ago. You were in charge of Loki carrying around the Tesseract, weren't you? And you just let him off the hook. So that's why we're in a different little time stream than we are now. But it's great to be here and alongside up here in the booth with you.
If I knew what a Tesseract was, I would have a comment. But I don't. Is that the little thing that the weatherman moves around? That shows my knowledge.
It's a little blue box of time juice, we'll call it.
If it's not SFL, I don't know anything. Charleston calls tales.
Really looking forward to a great matchup. Again, the Battle of the Carolinas, who comes out on top. This is always a fun game to watch, and it's going to be a fun game. And what we really need to see is who wants it more. Does Charleston want to play spoiler, or is Carolina going to finally push forward and take care of business?
One game on the docket tonight. We'll find out answers to Tyler's questions and everyone else's in the chat. Settle in. Monday Night Football is back on the SFL, and the ball's on the tee. Amanda Moyer, Kekat, we're underway. Harish Prasad takes the anticlimactic kneel down, and let's get started with Xander Gold. You know, top 15 in his career in every statistical category that matters, Tyler. 1,850 completions. He needs 155 yards to 19,000 and also has 125 touchdowns to his name.
He's been really fun to watch. The first-year man here in Carolina, sixth season in the league, has already made a name for himself.
It'll start with a Gold pass out to Logan Jack. Jack makes a move, waits for a block, and gets it. Jack Brown makes the tackle after a 5-yard pickup, but Jack, showing some patience, gets 5.
Yeah, nice little spin move back-to-back there. Nearly broke off that second one if it hadn't been for Brown. And now set up with a good second and short. Let's see what they go with here.
Carolina in the black revenge uniforms. Charleston in the all-whites with the blue trim and the black numbers, my favorite set of theirs, personally. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Hand off to Jack. Jack gets a couple of blocks, but then is cut down at the 29-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards. Tackle made by Johnny Bravo. 3rd down.
They just needed one more block there on the outside to stop Bravo, and Logan Jack would have been free. Good play design, though, there from the Skyhawks. Now set up with a 3rd and short. Really can go anywhere. Your playbook's wide open.
Jack's in the backfield. Single back, 2 wide either side. Prasad, bottom of the screen. This is Gold. Back to throw on a 3rd and short. Pass is intercepted. Intercepted at midfield, specifically at the Carolina 48-yard line. That's Josh Reese. And Charleston's off to a good start tonight.
That's just a great play design from the Charleston Predators defense. Just absolutely knew where that ball was going, did Josh Reese. Read Xander Gold's eyes and watched that pass float into his hands over the middle. Now Charleston set up with excellent field position on the opposite side of the 50.
T.D. Drew is the quarterback for Charleston in his career. 14,274 yards, 81 touchdowns. Quarterback rating of 80 in his 5th season. First down with Macaro in the slot. Play action from Drew. Fires it short. That's Lyric Da Vinci writing the song the wrong way. 1-yard pickup to the 47.
I think he had intentions of trucking someone down the field. Instead, he just moved a little bit too early, and his momentum carried him back to the line of scrimmage.
A minute and a half to go, or a minute and a half gone, rather, in the first quarter. 2nd and 9, no score off the interception. Handoff Swearingen, and Swearingen's cut down. Shravan Prasad alongside him on takes with the stop. Let's meet this Charleston offense. T.D. Drew, Keith Swearingen's the back. Ken Macaro, Buchanan Simons on the outside. Simons is a burner. Has 5,429 receiving yards in his career. Lyric Da Vinci and Jay Taylor are the tight ends. Watch those guards. Fred Dukes and Butch Menor. 75 and 76 respectively, blocking up front. 3rd down and 8. Drew, deep drop. Will check it down to Swearingen, race to the sticks, not even close. Wrapped up there by Tristan Hatley. It'll bring up 4th down, and Charleston goes 3 and out after their defense gets a pick.
That's a coverage stop right there, Cam. Carolina only sent 3 on the blitz and just sat everybody back in coverage, and that's what contributed to this quick 3 and out.
Los Angeles is watching this game intently tonight, wanting a flip of the script from yesterday's action where Carolina had a 20-6 lead as that rolls into the end zone in the 3rd quarter before we had an Xbox freeze. First time in the player progression era. This is our 3rd repeat game of the season, or about 2% of games this season needing to be redone. The first 2 games, the team that was winning after the reset won the rematch. First down to the 20. Sam Avalos in the slot, along with Heath McDaniel Jr. Prasad, far left of Gold. 3-3 defense.
Mismatch down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Mismatch now, counter to Jack. Jack on Jack crime there as Brown freezes after a 5-yard pickup. And, yeah, you're interested to see if we see that again, Tyler, because that was definitely a mismatch down there.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting Xander Gold to maybe call an audible there if he were just to look to his left and notice there was only one defensive back and 3 of his guys standing there. We'll see if they try that again.
Gold flips it out to Jack, has some space, and Logan Jack, nice job of the Charleston Predator defense to wrap him up. A combo tackle there by Tommy Zanardi and John Stamango, a Week 6 signing.
Eerily similar down and distance from their last drive, Cam, on another 3rd and 1. Last time they passed it deep. A lot of people in the YouTube chat were calling for a run up the middle from Logan Jack. We'll see if they listen and maybe just try and get the short yardage.
Heavy set here, 9 in the box for Charleston. They're going to try to whack it up the middle, and Logan Jack gets the first down to the 33-yard line. Zach Lay on the tackle, but not before Charleston moves the chains.
And right there is exactly what they did. Run it up the middle with Logan Jack, feed your workhorse who's done well all season long, and pick up the first down.
Same formation here for Carolina. Scoreless game, 4 minutes gone. Gold to throw, out to Jack again. This is his 4th reception. Jack smacked down. We're going to see a lot of Jack on Jack crime tonight, I have a feeling. Let's meet the Carolina starting offense. Xander Gold, Logan Jack, we've seen plenty of them. Sam Avalos, the 2nd-year receiver. Heath McDaniel Jr. and Harish Prasad is your core. McDaniel Jr., the veteran of the bunch of this offense in his 7th season. Tony Zoma really coming on strong in his 4th season in the league, but playing his best season at tight end. And back in Week 8, Vince DeSantis joined the bunch as the 2nd tight end on this roster. Gold sidesteps right and overshot. McDaniel Jr. just a little bit outside of his reach. Will bring up 3rd down.
Just a little bit too far. Again, that's just showing the maybe a little bit not knowing each other. Again, Xander Gold's first season with the team, just trying to get used to everybody. I know it's the end of the season, but you still have to develop those relationships. And so we'll see a 3rd and 10 coming up.
They go 4 wide now. Gold empty out of the gun, 12 on the play clock. Gold looking for an open receiver, goes deep down the middle. That pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Again, Josh Reese on the coverage, and another punt coming for the Skyhawks.
Now, when you take a look at that coverage, Cam, it looked like that the Charleston Predators were just going to play bump coverage, and indeed there were a couple open routes toward the far side, but just deep over the middle is where Charleston is strongest in their coverage. And unfortunately for Carolina, they're going to have to punt it away.
Last drive, we talked about Los Angeles watching this game intently. They are needing a Charleston win to make the playoffs. Arizona has clinched their spot. They're just trying to figure out if they're going to play Fort Worth or Mexico City in the first round. Charleston still has no path, but Carolina can get in with a win and a London win on Wednesday night. You can watch London take on Houston Wednesday at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, right here on YouTube. Simon's in the slot, top left. Ball in the center of the field right now, 33-yard line. Handoff to Swearingen, and Swearingen's going to be dragged down by Shravan Prasad, and once again, Amon takes with the stop pickup of 4. Let's meet the Carolina defense. It's a stacked unit. On the line, Christopher Colon, Phil Hall are your defensive end and defensive tackle to watch out for. 4 linebackers to keep an eye on. John Nevels, Shravan Prasad, Amon Takes, and Levant Irvine as they stack the field with LBs. Corners, Tristan Hatley, Mark Martin, and Davison Joseph. Safeties, Chad Stinson, Monte Wyatt, and Kane Vasquez. Short throw, Da Vinci, caught, first down, the 46-yard line, a 9-yard gain. Tackle made by Wyatt and company, but Charleston gets their first move of the change of the night.
It's a good little play call. Just find a soft spot in the zone and find your reliable tight end who may have gone backwards on a catch earlier, but this time able to keep moving forward and pick up the nice first down.
Travis Williams in the chat says this commentary is awesome. I seriously cannot wait to go pro in this league. Mighty kind of you, Travis. Thanks so much. Tyler, thanks you too. 1st and 10 at the Charleston 46-yard line. The handoff goes to Swearingen. Swearingen is smacked down almost immediately. Nice job in the interior by David Gibbs on that right side of the defensive line.
Backup's making a couple of nice plays early on in this football game. It's a total team effort here in Carolina. Next man up, no matter when you're playing. Get on the field, make a play.
Chat shoutouts, Xander Gold, Harish Prasad, Tim Jones, Bob Funk, Jeff Gagne, Matthew Slynn, Arizona Scorpions, and many others. As Simons did not go out of bounds and actually ended up back at the line of scrimmage on forward progress. I thought he was going to spin out there. Tyler tried to do a little bit too much on the play, 3rd down.
I don't think he knew where the correct end zone was, and luckily he didn't run it all the way back into his own end zone, and it saves Charleston from maybe going back even further. 3rd and 10.
3rd and long for Charleston. They've really struggled on 3rd down this season. Deep drop for Drew. He's in trouble. The offensive line went out to lunch. A loss of 11 yards, and Shravan Prasad gets the sack and the swing.
Oh, the Sky Gang coming in hot. The line just absolutely nowhere to be found. He just ran right through him, untouched, up the middle, and TD Drew gets sacked.
4 minutes to go in the first. A scoreless game. We've seen 4 punts. And as Stefan Forge says in the chat, defense is dominating early on. Punt from Wally Saddle is away to the 23-yard line. Dangerous. Prasad on the return, makes a spin move, breaks a tackle, gets up to the 31, a pickup of 8 yards. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. 1st down at the 31-yard line. Now they go heavy back set. Jack gets a block. Jack with the spin, and he's wrapped up quickly by Corey Menner. His first tackle of the night, gain of 3.
Came off his cornerback spot just to contain Logan Jack there on the nice little run. Nearly tried to spin away. We've seen Jack try and implement his spin move over and over again here early on in this football game. Hasn't worked out too well yet.
Ooh, that is not a good-looking rating for Xander Gold. Only up from here. Gold's had a pretty nice season. 8th in QBR in the SFL at 80.6. Gold steps back to fire it down the middle. Again, it's intercepted. That's Lay. Past the 45 to the 40-yard line of Carolina. And deep middle not working early for Xander Gold. I'm not sure why he's pressing down there.
Absolutely not. 2nd pick of the ball game on almost an identical route from the earlier one he threw. You just got to stay away from that route. Charleston's covering that lane superbly.
Surprised we haven't seen more of Logan Jack as well. 5th in carries in the league at 246 so far this season. But regardless, Charleston once again with terrific field position after the interception. Swearingen takes the handoff, only picks up 3. More great defense from Amon Takes and the rest of that front 7.
Yeah, but you need these little chunk plays. Just got to nickel and dime your way down the field. Picked up 3 there, but get Keith Swearingen working early, and he'll do wonders for you late in the game.
Swearingen looking for a 1,000-yard season, needs 76 more. Out of the game due to injury against Portland, prevented him from getting there already. Drew fires it outside, and Macaro dives down and is shy of the first down, but in Amanda Moyer field goal range if they don't get it here.
And that's crucial. We're looking for our first points of the football game, and I think Charleston will take them any way they can get them. At the time of the freeze, they were down 22-6, I believe. So, getting on the board early would do wonders for their confidence.
Drew to throw, floats one into double coverage, tipped up in the air and incomplete. That could have prevented a field goal. Could not get the pause on it, was Irvine, and now I think we'll see Moyer try to put the first points on the board of the night.
I just got to say, Kim, how is that ball not picked? That ball looked like it was in the hands of a defender for at least a second before it eventually scored it out and fell to the ground, and now Moyer gets a chance to tack on 3 here.
This will be from 50 yards out. Moyer takes the slow approach up to the football. 3 on the play clock. Low snap, and that kick barely away. Moyer's field goal is good. Plenty of leg, and there's your points. 3-0. Moyer's excited about it. It's a beautiful night. Look up at the stars, Amanda. 72. There is no wind here tonight to bother these kickers.
Yeah, absolutely perfect evening for football. I'm just looking at that kick, and I'm wondering, did she find like a little window amongst all those defenders? It looked like that ball was not coming out, able to somehow slice that kick through.
It's like paper football when you just put your thumbs and your index fingers up. Here, Amanda, right through here. Prasad, 3 yards deep in his end zone, going to return it for the first time tonight. Harish past the 20, breaks a tackle, and then run down to the 22, had to move laterally. This Charleston Predator defense is headlined by 3 defensive linemen, Dick Baker, Jeff Hollywood, and the ever-dangerous Joseph Sabolka. 54 defensive tackle. You're going to want to watch him. 8th in the league, coming into the week with 10 sacks. Jack Hoffman, Jack Brown, Tommy Zanardi, our linebackers in the front 7. Johnny Bravo, Corey Menner, your corners outside. Josh Reese, Zach Lay, John Stamengo, very active safeties already in the ball game. Jack has another reception, this time a little bit more room on the outside. There's Brown again. The lateral quickness from Jack Brown is ridiculous. His 118 tackles, second most in the SFL.
He's been an absolute stud and a stalwart for this Charleston Predator defense, able to contain another Jack, Logan Jack, for 7 yards. And like you said earlier, we're going to mention both of those names early and often all throughout this evening.
Split backs for Xander Gold. Nico look. Gold fires to the outside. It's knocked away. Corey Menner gets there. 3rd and 3. You can feel the tension in the chat from the Carolina players. I know Carolina's in the voice channel in their locker room as well, Tyler. This team has been trying to get back to the playoffs for many seasons now. They feel it. It's close. A 25% chance. That goes up to 50% after tonight. They're just trying to get the win.
Just need a little bit extra, and down by 3, that's not impossible. 4 wideouts here on 3rd and short.
Gold to throw. Again, tries the route. That pass is caught. It's ruled a first down. Vince DeSantis, that was very close, Tyler. Let's see if we get a challenge.
Yeah, well, this will be a very crucial challenge if they do decide to. That looked very close to the out-of-bounds line. No word yet from either sideline, so it looks like it's going to stand. So great catch from DeSantis.
Wow.
The Week 8 rookie free agent, already making a name for himself here in this football game.
Terrific catch, just 3 for 13 yards on the year to start. That was probably the biggest of his young career to move the chains. Gold now looking for a route. Brown tipped it up in the air, and it's incomplete. Looking for Avalos, crossing on a little drag, and Stamengo showing off some moves, or lack thereof.
I'll tell you what, Cam, these defensive backs and linebackers for Charleston just been swarming the football over the middle. I think Xander Gold and Carolina have to rethink their offensive play calling to stay away from that dangerous middle part of the field.
Gold out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 10 at the 36. Will fire it into traffic. Active hands tonight from Charleston, 3rd down and 10. Looking for Prasad. Menner again.
Again, it's not directly over the middle this time, but Menner, these linebackers, Cam, just absolutely showing up in a huge way. If it's not tackling Logan Jack on swing passes or runs, it's getting that ball to the ground any way they possibly can.
Third down, 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Charleston has the early advantage. Split backs here for Gold. Just 6 in the box for Charleston. Gold going to throw. Gold fires down the field, off the mark. Avalos, the intended receiver again. Carolina really sluggish out of the gates here tonight. I'm shocked.
This is very, very interesting to see. And it looks like it just went right through his hands. Wow, that's not something we see from the sophomore seasoned Sam Avalos, and they're really going to have to get together on the sidelines and regroup if they want to win this football game.
Yeah, you may be right. It almost looked like he pulled up a little bit, but there on second glance in the replay, yeah, that ball just kind of zipped right past his face mask. Punt is away for Carolina. Well, second chances are a finicky thing, aren't they, Tyler? Carolina was informed a week or two ago that they did not have a path to the playoffs, and sure enough, their one path involved being in a 4-way tie with Arizona, Los Angeles, Tulsa, and Carolina. And the only way that happens is if all the things that happened in Week 12 happen. And here we are tonight, trying to keep their hopes alive. First and 10 at the 29. Handoff Swearingen up the middle, and Swearingen is smacked down. Shravan Prasad early on here, Tyler, having the game of his life. Charleston not able to do much on offense.
Absolutely got through untouched for a sack earlier here in the first quarter, and now just getting into the backfield and stopping Swearingen for a short gain.
Second down for Drew. Swearingen wide open. Instead, he goes to Taylor. The route was jumped, but Taylor ends up making the catch. First down to the 41-yard line. What a play from Drew.
That's great concentration there from Jay Taylor. He probably had to see the defender streaking in front of his face mask, but able to just maintain concentration, haul in the catch, results in a first down.
Charleston 3, Carolina nothing. It's early, but the Predators looking for the upset. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. #71 viewers and more to come if it stays close. Alongside Tyler Falk, I'm Cameron Irvine. Thanks for being here on a Monday afternoon, a rare live stream on YouTube these days. Drew going to take a deep drop back now, check it down to Swearingen, and Swearingen makes a couple men miss, picks up what he can. That's a gain of 3. Kane Vasquez on the tackle in his 7th season.
Yeah, good play there from TD Drew. He saw and felt the pressure coming from the outside, and able to just find his check down there for a couple yards, and not willing to sit back there and take a sack.
Simon's been pretty quiet, only a catch to the outside that didn't go for much. Drew going to fire it outside to McCarro. McCarro ran out of real estate, runs into Tony Zomo. Zoma knocks him into the table. What's up with that? No love lost here tonight.
Oh, the battle of the Carolinas, north and south, going at it once again. No love lost. This is a fun matchup as always, and it's a tight. If you like old school, hard-nosed defensive football, this is the game for you.
If I'm a defender out there, I'm taking that personally.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing some harder hits now and coming the result of that play.
2 receivers now to the top of the screen. Play fake for Drew. Drew, just before he's sacked, dumps it off to Swearingen, gets nothing. Great defense by Carolina, and the pressure. Forced the quick throw, takes another tackle.
I think if he wouldn't have jumped, he may have had a chance to turn upfield, but just a little bit of delay there results in him being swarmed, and it's another punt upcoming.
I want to meet the fan that loves punts. Put him right in the front row here at David A. Richardson here tonight. Fair catch called for at the 16-yard line. They deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have to get Pat McAfee to go and sit right there at the 50-yard line. He'll be critiquing all the punters because we've seen a lot of them today, and hopefully we can get maybe a couple of scoring drives here going. Maybe Charleston, again, able to put 3 home last time out. We'll need to see if they can get some more points on their next drive as Carolina has the ball now.
Logan Jack also looking for 1,000 yards tonight. Needed 69 coming in to this evening's game. Rather, that pass caught by Heath McDaniel Jr., 6-yard gain. Xander Gold got to find a rhythm a little bit after a tough first quarter.
Very tough first quarter. Under 50 yards passing for him into the first quarter. So we're really going to need to see, what have those, second quarter adjustments they were talking about on the sideline during the quarter break. Let's see what they come up with.
Heavy set here. Gold on a stretch left, or Jack on a stretch left, breaks the tackle. Logan Jack spins away again. Logan Jack breaking backs to the 32-yard line for a first down, and the offense is ignited. He gets up and jaws with Amanda Moyer and says, hey, you may not be the only one that scored in this game for long.
Tempers are flaring, and what a run here from Jack. Had some nice blocks downfield, able to get away from Jack Brown there on the first spin move, comes around and gets away from Johns Temego on the second one, and then just picks up the first down and gets tackled there. Just fantastic hard-nosed running from Logan Jack.
5 carries, 26 yards, averages 3.8 yards a carry this season, so above his average to start. DeSantis on the left side of the line, Zoma on the right. Gold looking Zoma's direction, and that pass is caught. 4-yard pickup. That's back-to-back times as Temego makes the tackle that Carolina has done well on first down to stay ahead of the sticks.
Right, not a whole lot of first down plays going in the backward direction, so able to put themselves in good situations is the key if you want a productive offense.
2nd and 6, 8:06 to go in the second quarter. Gold drops back to pass. Will fire it out short. Keeping the toes in is Heath McDaniel Jr., and he's got a first down to the 45.
Nice little chunk play there, picks up the first down. McDaniel knows where he is on the field at all times and just able to keep his feet in bounds and haul it in. Great connection from Gold to McDaniel Jr. Sets up a new set of downs.
7:56 to go in the first half. Charleston leads Carolina 3-0. Skyhawks need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. 3 receivers. Gold back to pass. Fires it down the middle of the field. Tipped over the air and intercepted. Picked off again. The 3rd pick of the half. This one goes to Johnny Bravo. 3 different defensive backs with interceptions in the first half for Charleston.
And 3 passes involving a post route over the middle that have gone to the other team, to Charleston. Stay away from the middle. Get those post routes out. You got to take them out of the playbook at this point. They have not been working.
7:40 to go. Charleston in full command right now. Very nervous energy here at David A. Richardson in the crowd. You can feel it. Drew straight back. Is sacked. Loss of 3 yards. This is Phil Hall with the sack and has some words with TD Drew after the 3-yard loss.
He just held on the football a little bit too long there, and Hall able to sneak through the middle and take him down for a sack. That's the kind of jolt that you need from a defense that sees their offense struggling.
Swearingen alone in the backfield. Taylor and Da Vinci off the line to the left. 6 in the box, play action to Swearingen, and Drew is sacked again. Phil Hall back-to-back makes it 3rd and long.
Oh, you can hear the energy in this stadium just ratchet up from about, maybe a simmer to near boiling temperatures right now. Phil Hall getting through twice. Can he make it 3 for 3 and send the Charleston offense packing?
This is where you have to watch Buchanan Simons. The speed burner getting down the field. They'll fire it to Jay Taylor instead. Almost broke a tackle. He could have had the first. Instead comes up 4 yards shy. Nice play by Joseph to hold on to the ankles.
Oh, just hold on for dear life. And that is what you need if you're Carolina. A quick 3 and out. Get your offense back on the field to give them some confidence.
Joey Langdon has 9 interceptions, Eddie Gage. Do not speak to the record book if you are not familiar with it. I'm just messing with him because he's in the playoffs. He doesn't have to feel any kind of tension here this evening. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at SimulationFL. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules to discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcast each week with the hashtag #MakeAnImpact. Thanks for your support and viewership. 6:10 to go in the first half. First down to the 15. This has been a field position battle, Tyler, that has been certainly won by Charleston here tonight. Jack picks up nothing as Bravo makes the tackle.
Yeah, that's just another reason why they're winning the field position battle, able to close in on the ball carriers as quickly as possible. Johnny Bravo, again, demonstrating his quickness.
We've seen Carolina go to the little short route to Jack and then stretch play here on second down. Nope, they're going to run inside this time, and Jack's got some room. Logan Jack picks up 9 yards. Strongest, grittiest run of the night through the trenches lay on the stop.
Absolutely, and he's been the one bright spot for this offense tonight. He's been able to pick up yards when they've gone to him. So last time they were in a 3-and-1 situation, they handed the ball off to him for a nice first down. We'll see if they try and repeat the process.
Again, 3 in the backfield, just 6 in the box. That's 8 blockers against 6 defenders, and it's stopped in the backfield. What a play by Jeff Hollywood on the left side of the line. Blows up the offensive line and forces another punt.
If you're going to have a mismatch in the trenches, you better have extreme trust in your defensive lineman. And Jeff Hollywood, absolutely phenomenal play to get in the backfield in Charleston. I don't know where that Rick meter is, Cam, but I think it's firmly with Charleston at this point.
Another punt in the field position game is getting worse for Carolina. This will be returned from the 40 by Dulake. And I'm trying to keep count, Tyler. I think this is the 4th possession Charleston's had past their own 40.
Yeah, I want to say it's been a phenomenal night in terms of field position for Charleston. Only has 3 points to their name, but haven't had to deal with, being backed up in their own territory and having to worry about getting out of there. They've had, ample amount of opportunities to just open up their playbook and create plays.
Hand off to Swearingen. Prasad hit him first. Look at all the Skyhawks around him. There's 8 on the screen right now. Swearingen only picks up 2.
Swarming to the ball carrier is Vasquez for that short little game. And now, 2nd and 8, still good little chunk play. Can they pick up another couple yards here to set up a 3rd and manageable?
The over-under of 44.5 is struggling tonight. 2nd and 8. Play action to Swearingen. Now Drew going long. Wide open. Simons past the 20, 15, 10. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown. Charleston has a 9-0 lead.
Holy cow. It was 20-6 at the freeze or even at the half when this game went into a different time stream, and now it's Buchanan Simons. He's been off and on. He had a really electric start to the season, and now just shows what he can do. Give him time, give him space, he'll break tackles, and he'll get to the end zone to put Charleston ahead.
Unbelievable start for Charleston, and if I'm Carolina, I'm thinking there's 3:51 to go in the first half, and we're only down 10. We got less than 100 yards of offense, and, It could be worse, is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, with Xander Gold throwing 3 interceptions, it could be a whole lot worse.
Blocked. Is that still going to go in? It is! A blocked extra point bounces in for Charleston. Everything going their way in the first half.
Holy cow, I've never seen that before, Cam. I know you've been around since the league, just got started, but has that ever happened in the SFL?
It's been 4 or 5 years at least. 10-0 off the blocked extra point that goes through off the helmet. Prasad from his goal line. Past the 20 and nothing more. Taylor with the stop.
Now, can this Carolina offense respond, Cam? Down 10-0, just gave up a huge play on defense. They need to get the ball rolling here late in this second quarter.
3:47 to go in the second quarter. Carolina with a new sense of pressure here tonight. Down 10. Again on first down, they go to the swing, but they cut out of it, and it's picked again! Johnny Bravo, as the pass to Jack was covered. The predictable Skyhawks offense is not fooling Charleston.
That's his second pick of the game, Cam. This defense has just been on fire. They want to play spoiler tonight against Carolina.
This is just crazy. 3:43 to go in the first half. Drew's in the backfield. Swearingen Swearingen's in the backfield. Drew's under center. Hand off to Swearingen. Gets around, breaks a tackle, and finds 6 yards in there. Monte Wyatt on the stop. I thought Swearingen was dead to rights.
Yeah, definitely able to break off a tackler, and he's a very slippery runner and can make those tackles, able to break off a good little chunk play there.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line. Hand off to Swearingen in field goal range. Prasad and takes again with the stop. 3rd and 2 as the clock ticks.
That looked like a very awkward tackle. Almost looked like Swearingen got bent in half between the two defenders. Glad to see him pop right back up and get into the huddle.
Crowd on their feet chanting defense. 3rd down and 2. Drew changing the play at the line. Back to pass, finds Simons wide open. 30-20, breaks a tackle. Buchanan Simons has come to ball in the second half. 72 yards on 3 catches, another first down.
Yeah, and had that touchdown on the last drive, able to just, come and turn upfield quickly. You can just see his breakaway speed just immediately come into effect and able to pick up a good set of yards, now setting him up in the red zone.
First down at the 14-yard line. Drew changing the play. Hands it off to Swearingen. Swearingen smacked. Amon takes nothing on the carry.
Now, I want to just point out something here on the YouTube chat. A lot of the Carolina fans and players are like, this game might be over. We saw a 21-point comeback earlier this weekend, Cam. That game going to overtime, and the team that came back won it, that being Mexico City. So anything can happen here in the SFL. Don't give up on hope yet.
And that was in the 4th quarter. 2-minute warning, 10-0 Charleston. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. Of course, Tyler, Carolina, they haven't had the success that Mexico City's had, and when you're trying to get to that next milestone, it's hard to believe. I can sympathize. 2nd and 10 at the 13, but certainly not over yet as Swearingen takes the handoff and gets 3 yards. It's only 10-0. It really does feel like 28-0, Tyler, but it really is not.
Yeah, I mean, people will focus in on the interceptions that Xander Gold has thrown tonight, but the defense, this Carolina defense, has kept this game close, so kudos to them. And now if they can just force maybe a field goal, they're still in with a chance.
Drew to pass. He's going to be sacked at the 14-yard line. That has been the one positive tonight. Phil Hall, 3rd sack in the 4th overall for the Skyhawk defense, forces another field goal.
He made a swing there like he was hitting a home run. I think you need one more if you want number 4 there, sir, if you want to get all 4 bases. But great coverage there from the Carolina defense, and Phil Hall gets in again.
Charleston rushes the field goal team out there. Not sure what their hurry is. Did have the extra point block. Maybe they were trying to catch Charleston off guard, but they were ready. It's a 31-yard field goal for Moyer. Another bad snap, and the kick is almost blocked by Wyatt, but it's up and through. 13-0. Charleston has the lead over Carolina. 2-score game with 47 seconds to go in the first half.
7 seconds to go. What Carolina needs here is a solid drive. You don't need a touchdown yet, but if you can pick up 3 points going into the half, that will do wonders for this Carolina Skyhawks faithful.
Moyer going to kick it deep. Prasad has a kick return this year against Queen City. And Prasad gets it out of the 25-yard line. That was a punt return, actually. Does not have a kick return touchdown this season, although Prasad has 11 kick return touchdowns in his career. That's second most of any player outside of Gabriel Manning. Three receivers, all to the short side left. And Gold will look to Zoma. That pass is caught. Pickup of 6. Carolina going to burn an early timeout. Good start to the drive.
We saw that mismatch we saw earlier in this football game where they decided to run with it up the middle. This time they go with a pass, and instead of going to the weak side where they had the numbers advantage, they instead go over the middle and pick up a short gain. So all in all, a good play design there.
Prasad wide to the outside here. 3-3 look at it. Charleston's defense up 13-0. Carolina trying to eliminate LA from the playoffs. If they lose, LA stays alive. Logan Jack still on his feet. Somehow did not get the first down. Jack throws them back. Only a gain of 1. Now going no huddle with 25 seconds to go. They're going to run it again. Try it one more time. He's not going to get the first down. Tackled in the backfield by Jack Hoffman. That's going to be the end of an ugly half for the Skyhawks.
Oh, he made a stutter step on second down, which halted his momentum forward and resulted in that 3rd and short. They try to go to that same route again, and unfortunately for Carolina, like you said, Cam, it's going to bring this half to a very disappointing end for the Skyhawks.
Halftime, Predators 13 and Carolina nothing. Let's take a look at these stats. This is going to be interesting, Tyler. 78 yards of offense, 4 turnovers. But the fact that that Charleston is shy of getting to 300 so far, they get to 284 if they had another half like that off of 4 turnovers, is dang near inexcusable out of that offense.
Absolutely. Under 50 yards passing as well, and that has to be, they're trying to hit their bread and butter play, the post route over the middle, and it has not been effective at all. 3 picks on that passing play alone and 1 pick to the outside. So this defense of Charleston, my goodness. Hello. If you don't know anything about the Predator defense, you do now, and they want to play spoiler against their cross-state rivals.
Isn't it amazing, Tyler, that Carolina could potentially eliminate Los Angeles tonight after L.A., Rochelle Colston, co-owner there, came from Carolina. A handful of Carolina players on that Los Angeles team trying to stay alive. It's been a up and down roller coaster for those teams that are in the mix at the bottom of the wild card. L.A. thought they just needed a Houston loss. They come to find out that they need both. Good start for the Lycans here in the first half tonight.
Yeah, they're really liking how this game is going so far. I believe they started with a 5-1 record at the midway point of the season. A little bit disappointing second half, but now this way this game's going, they'll be in the playoffs in their first season in NI.
Carolina probably thinking after that first half, can we get another freeze, please? And let's do a rubber match or something. We'll see what happens. Start of the third quarter coming up alongside Tyler Falk. I'm Cameron Irvine in this wild and wacky world we call the Simulation Football League. "13 Zippo. Charleston gets the ball to start the second half. It's Lance Dulake on the return. Did you know, Tyler?
I did know, damn.
Whistle Jones kicks it away, and we're underway. Dulake past the 15 and quickly wrapped up at the 20-yard line. Not much there. Big Greg Richardson bringing them down. Drew starts at the 21.
Besides giving up 1 huge touchdown pass to Buchanan Simons, I've really liked the way this Carolina Skyhawks defense has played. They've kept this game tight. Now can they set up their offense in good field position with a stop here?
Nickel look defensively. Makarov's at the top of the screen. Handoff to Swearingen up the gut. He is smashed by Takes. I don't know who's having a better night, Takes or Shravan Prasad. They're both everywhere.
Well, you gotta include Phil Hall as well with his 3 sacks. This Carolina Skyhawks defense is phenomenal.
Their front seven has definitely outclassed Charleston's front seven tonight, but Charleston's defensive backs winning the ultimate battle. 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line. Empty backfield now here for Drew. Didn't see that much in the first half. Drew, deep drop back, going to fire a bomb down the field. The pass is picked off, intercepted by Tristan Hatley at the 44 of Charleston. Maybe that's the spark that this defense needs.
That very well could be from Tristan Hartley. 0 takeaways from the Carolina Skyhawks in the first half, all going 4 of them to Charleston. And now Carolina gets one of their own and set up an excellent field position on the Charleston 44.
First down at the 44-yard line, 10:21 to go. Carolina hoping that interception, the first turnover of the game for Charleston, can spark their offense. This is going to be Gold out to Jack. We've seen that on first down all night tonight. Nothing there.
That's John Stamago and Johnny Bravo coming down to hold Logan Jack to no gain. And if we're going to talk about how Carolina's defense has done really well in a losing effort, Charleston's defense has done extremely well themselves with those 4 turnovers and just able to, ratchet up their speed and intensity and tenacity to get to the ball carrier.
Press coverage here, and they bump the receivers. Gold going middle. That pass caught by Zoma. 3rd down and 5 at the 38-yard line, just outside of field goal range. Zoma's been the most consistent target tonight for Carolina.
Absolutely able to have sure hands, and when you're a tight end, you're called in to do a couple of blocking assignments, and now as the game has changed, we've seen a lot more receiving threats from these tight ends here in the SFL, and Zoma, one of the best.
We're at 101 viewers now on YouTube watching this 3rd and 5. Gold wobbly pass caught by McDaniel Jr. over the outstretched arms of 2 Charleston defenders for a Carolina first down, the biggest play of the night for the Skyhawk offense.
And that catch over the middle is something we've rarely seen tonight. Able for Xander Cole to fit it into that tight window. How did that get through Jack Hoffman's hands? My goodness.
Hoffman flailing in the lack of breeze here tonight in Raleigh. 1st and 10 at the 25. 9 to go in the 3rd. Already a much better start to this second half for Carolina than anything they had going in the first. In scoring position for the first time tonight. Gold out of the gun. Going to fire it outside. McDaniel Jr. again. Caught. 4-yard gain.
Oh, we have a wannabe Nostradamus over here, Cam. Andy Hamilton calling for a 24-16 Carolina victory and a comeback. Okay, Andy, got to put your money where your mouth is.
He won't be called a wannabe if he's right. You're going to need to show the proof that he's not in Arkansas. 2nd and 6 at the 21. 8:30, although if you ask me to predict anything, I'd be wrong every time. 2nd and 6 at the 21. Hand off to Jack. Jack can't spin away from Hollywood. It'll set up a 3rd and 4 at the 19.
I mean, then again, Cam, I'm right there with you. I mean, I've got 2 and 10 looming over my head for LA and Atlanta. So there's that.
I had forgotten about that. But so I don't know why you brought it up. But as a side note, if Carolina wins tonight, then at least both those teams didn't make the playoffs. So you were on to something, Tyler, if that ends up happening. 3rd down and 4 at the 19. 8:03 to go in the 3rd. Trap play, handoff, Jack. Jack cuts left, and Jack's going to be short of the first down. Nice job by Jack to find the seam, but Hoffman closes it down. What will Carolina do here?
Hoffman makes up for his error in letting a pass go through his hands and letting Carolina convert on 3rd down. Interesting play call. They don't want the 3 points. They want a 7. They want a touchdown.
And they don't want the timeout called here. 4th and 1 at the 16-yard line. I mean, this is 3 down linemen. Carolina, or Charleston rather, not flinching at all. And it's going to be a Whistle Jones field goal and a timeout for the Skyhawks. You just hate to see the drive end like that.
And especially having to burn a timeout when you're down in the second half. A little bit of interesting play calling, a little bit, different strategy we're seeing from Carolina tonight.
Man, that kind of takes the wind out of the sails a little bit of that Carolina resurgence after the Hatley interception. Solid drive, but points are points, especially in a low-scoring game like this. .32-yard chipper for Whistle Jones. Whistle Jones 70 of 74 for his career, and that kick is good from 32 yards away. 13-3 now the score. Jones this season 20 of 21. That's about average in the SFL for star kickers in terms of makes.
We have a lot of fantastic kickers, and Whistle Jones is one of them. And for Carolina, the shutout is officially gone. You're not going to be shut out at home. That's always a good thing to have, no matter when you're playing.
All right, Jones to kick it off. Dulake on the return. Ball high in the air. Good camera work there from the goal line. Dulake on the return. Smacked down by DeSantis at the 20-yard line. DeSantis having a nice game.
Just picked up Dulake and threw him into the turf. If you wanted a rivalry matchup, you've got one here in Carolina.
7:15 left in the third quarter. Big game here from Raleigh. Lots of teams interested in the result at the bottom, although 7 through 10 has been confirmed. Keith Swearingen picks up 5. Phil Hall with his 4th tackle. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line, 6:45 to go in the third. 3-3 defense out of Carolina, handoff Swearingen up the middle, and he's fed a fistful of number 97 up the gut for Carolina. Irvine in there to make the stop.
Swearingen able to pick up 5 yards on first down. Has to be sent backward by Lamont Irvine on that one. So it's a 3rd and 6 upcoming. Big third down upcoming for both teams. Prasad showing blitz up the middle. Does bring pressure. 3rd down. Pass caught.
Jay Taylor first down to the 32-yard line. They brought Prasad on the blitz, Tyler, and the vacated circle in the middle of the field left Taylor for a first down.
And Taylor's had a fantastic game here early. Don't know the exact numbers on him, but he's been reliable. He's been a reliable asset for TD Drew and company, and that's why they've been able to get down the field to convert on 3rd down.
Taylor to the left, Da Vinci to the right of this line. Swearingen is clobbered. I mean, if it's not Takes, it's Prasad, it's Irvine, it's Cologne, it's Hall. They're just all over him. I think his longest run is 6 yards, Tyler.
Just big defenders. You're not going to get out of their grasp. If it's not their size and height that has you worried, you got to watch out for their wingspan.
Drew 2nd and 7 out of the empty. Fires middle. Taylor again. First down. Jay Taylor and Warren King, the backup quarterback who had to come in and win a game earlier for Charleston this year, loves it on the bench.
What did I say? He's been reliable. Has Jay Taylor, the tight end, over the middle, picking up another first down for the Predators.
5 minutes to go in the third. 7 in the box for Carolina. Swearingen in the backfield. Hand off to Swearingen. Nothing again. I mean, he's hitting the ground like a second and a half after he gets the football. It's just nothing. That is a stop for Cologne again.
It's great coaching that leads to sure tacklers. You got to teach your defenders that, hey, no matter what happens, just get your hands around that ball carrier, bring him down to the ground, make sure they can't get past you. It's been great coaching from the defense.
2nd and 9 of the 43. Now they flip it out to Swearingen in the open field. Takes, decleats him. 4-yard pickup sets up another 3rd down. Carolina got to get the ball back here eventually.
Oh, what a clothesline there, Cam. Seen a little bit of wrestling moves come here onto the SFL field, and now setting up a 3rd and medium, and this defense just needs to clamp down. It has given up 2 first down conversions on this drive. Need to hold the Predators here.
3rd and 5, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Drew under center, going to hand it off to Swearingen. Swearingen not even close. Great pursuit there by the free safety, or the strong safety rather. That was Kane Vasquez. Shoots the gap, and Carolina's defense gets another stop.
Yeah, shooting the gap is right. He just came out of his shoes on the pursuit to bring down Swearingen, and now that's exactly what this defense needs. They may be backed up if there's a good punt there from Wally Saddle, but they're going to get the ball back with a chance to put some more points up on the board.
Saddle with the punt. Can Prasad get something going? No, it's going to bounce inside the 10. Hop at the 5. Stopped. Oh, he walked into the goal line. Oh, brutal. Roy Archer. Hand him a pink slip. First down to the 20 for Carolina.
Somebody get Pat McAfee on the phone, because that was just a little bit disappointing on that special teams play, and he'd be going all over those hand seam. You just got to stop the football, man. You can't let that ball go into the end zone. You can't carry yourself into the end zone. Oh, and Carolina sets themselves up on the 20.
He was so close with a toe on the line. First down to the 20 for Gold. Try to spark the offense. Going middle again. It is just covered. Hoffman, Brown, nothing open there. Second down.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, or other way around. But you get the picture. You cannot go over the middle on these Charleston Predator defenders. They've picked off the ball over the middle a couple times. They've got a couple of great defenders, Brown and Hoffman, to swat it away over the middle. Stay away from the middle of the field.
3:10 left in the third. Second down. There's a look at Hoffman having a good night. Again, 4 wide empty. Carolina not doing much running tonight, although Charleston's defense has locked it down most of the night. Gold going long down the middle. Knocked away again. 3rd and 10. That's Zach Lay. Heath McDaniel Jr. the target.
Stay away. There's got to be a big red sign. Maybe you add some flashers to it that says those post routes, those slant routes over the middle aren't working. We got to change it up. You got to get something going here that isn't a pass over the middle, because right now Charleston is reading that and reading that extremely well.
4 wide for Gold. Press coverage here. Somebody's got to beat their man and get open. Gold's got Jack to his left. Gold, pressure in his face. Avoids a sack, and then Jack Brown gets there. Jack Brown, the linebacker, with the sack, a loss of 6.
That is not what you need if you're Carolina. That's a great coverage sack, able to buy time for the defenders blitzing to get to Xander Gold. And Carolina is going to have to punt it away. This is looking like it's going to be Charleston's game to lose at this point.
Punt from the end zone, or just outside it by the end of it. This is Dulake on the return from midfield. Gets it up to the Carolina 48. More terrific field position for Charleston. And at this point, the biggest enemy for Carolina is not the Charleston offense, Tyler. It's just the clock.
Exactly. That clock is just ticking away. 2:27 left to go here in the third. And time's running out, not just in the ball game camp, but remember, this is for playoffs. If Carolina can win, they're in the playoffs. And right now, they have, 13:27 left in their regular season.
If Carolina wins, Los Angeles is eliminated. Drew fires it over to Simons. That pass is caught for 5. Prasad on the tackle. And that's kind of been the difference. It's been very minuscule, Tyler, but Charleston getting 4 and 5 yards on first down, and Carolina not getting much.
Yeah, exactly. That's just been a fantastic game plan from the coaching staff of Charleston. Just able to, tell and coach TD Drew and the wide receiving coaches find an open spot in the holes of this defense and get just a couple yards here and there. Another 2 yards there from Keith Swearingen on the outside is just what you need. Get them close, knock it away. Don't have to force anything. Don't have to force interceptions or turnovers. And that's been another big difference, is where maybe Xander Gold's maybe trying to force things down the field, which resulted in 4 takeaways, and where we've only seen 1 from TD Drew.
But no picks here in the third, and Charleston has no points in the third either. 3rd down and 3. Nickel look out of the defense. Swearingen off to the left. Drew will fire it outside. Maccaro caught. First down to the 37 and turns the corner to stay in bounds, keep the clock moving.
That's a great play call and great awareness from Makaro. Just like you said, Kim, able to stay in bounds, keep this clock going, and just keep ticking away.
Simon's at the bottom of the screen, 1 minute to go in the third. Handoff, Swearingen smashed at the line. That is Prasad again. Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player. To join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. Links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Drew going to throw on 2nd down and 10. All kinds of time. Wide open, Taylor down to the 14-yard line. Taylor's been the
absolutely surefire, sure hands. And TD Drew just read the defense perfectly. He saw it was a cover 2, hard cover 2 up close in his face. Just able to find the corner route there to Taylor in order to pick up the first down, and they're right back in the red zone.
1st down and 10 of the 14. Carolina really needs to hold them to 3 here or force a turnover. Where has the pressure been from the Carolina defensive front here in the second half? Drew, all kinds of time. Caught by Taylor. Again in double coverage. Pickup of 7.
He's been the star. Hasn't got a touchdown. I'd like to see him get one for his efforts here today. But he has been just absolutely phenomenal. Able to just get yards when he's called upon.
End of the quarter. Charleston 13. Carolina 3. The Skyhawks in desperate mode with 11 to go. Tyler Fall, Cameron Irvine here with you. Well, this has certainly been a bit of a flip of the script here, Tyler. We saw a couple of games, unfortunately, had to be redone because weather knocked the power out at headquarters, and both those teams were able to recover just fine. Carolina having a little bit more problems with Charleston here tonight. 2nd and 3 at the 7. Drew hands it off to Swearingen. Flattened at the 6. Swearingen's got to be saying, come on, guys, I've had enough of this. Irvine with the tackle.
And you mentioned earlier, Cam, that Carolina may not be bringing the pressure on that time again, only sending 3, but it's the linebackers that just staying home in the holes and just plugging gaps when they need to, which has forced Swearingen to not have such a good day on the ground.
3rd and 2, Drew, end zone, out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Boy, zipped that one into Makaro, but he was well out, and it'll be a Moyer field goal. Carolina breathes a sigh of relief.
Just a little bit too much mustard on that pass, which led Makaro out of bounds. And so I think it was Ray Bentley in chat who mentioned that Charleston might be going for, or I should say Amanda Moyer might be going for a record here soon in Charleston football history.
2 away, I believe, from the league record. 30 of 31 is Moyer. And her kick is good. That was coming into tonight. So she's now 33 of 34 on the season. It's 16-3. 10:31 to go. No margin for error now for the Skyhawks. Boy, they really need a Prasad good return here.
Down by 2 touchdowns now and just need to convert on 1 extra point to tie up this football game. And Carolina, 10 minutes, 31 seconds. Still plenty of time to get something going, but they need to start here.
From the goal line, Prasad on the return and gets caught at the 24. Almost escaped, though. Saving tackle made there by the Predator defense. And now, even though there's 10:26 left, Tyler, I'd like to see him run it here on 1st down. Got to get Jack moving. Give him a chance.
He's been really quiet, but he's been effective when he's been called upon. So I like that thinking you have there, Kane, about giving Jack the football. Let's see if they do it here.
Plenty of time, especially the way their defense is holding Charleston down. They're going to hand it off to Jack on 1st down. Makes 2 men miss. Logan Jack past the 40, midfield to the 45-yard line of Charleston, and that's why you give him the football.
You called it, Cam. Give Jack the football. What a fantastic hole created from the offensive line. Him to just scoot through and just get on his horse and get down the field. What a spark provided from Logan Jack.
Menor saves the touchdown. Although there were a few Predators that probably would have chased him down. Minner got there first. What a run. They needed that. Ten minutes to go in the fourth. Three receivers.
Give it to Jack again.
McDaniel in the slot, two in the backfield. Now Gold's going to throw. Gold's passes. Knocked away. Getting the fingertip on that was Zach Lay. Second down.
Oh, it's another pass over the middle, another dangerous pass over the middle. These Predators have just known where that ball's going to go. If there's a route coming over the middle, they know that there's eventually going to be a pass over there, and they're just staying home and knocking that one away.
No field goals needed here for Carolina. They're down 2 touchdowns. Nickel look for the Predators. They're going to hand it off to Jack. Jack gets away from 1, picks up 4. That's Bravo on the tackle. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And even though it's 3rd and 6, you're more than likely going to go to the pass again, but why not call a draw play? Catch him off guard. Come out in a shotgun set, call a draw, and just spread the field. Get that middle area of the field open for your running back to run through.
3 receivers, short side right. No press coverage here from Charleston. They got 6 in the box. Jack isolated. Look at the left side of the field. It's all alone. They're going to run a short little route. Turn to the corner. 1 yard short again for Carolina. McDaniel Jr. runs it short. Unbelievable.
And he has made a couple of nice catches with the toe drag swag earlier to convert on first down. Just unable to turn just that little bit more and maybe just stretch out the football field across the plane. But I have to disagree with this play call, Cam. A punt when you're down by 2 touchdowns late in the fourth quarter.
Unless they can pin him here. This is a doozy, though. Wow. Down at the 4. The run defense has been so good. The problem is Charleston has been able to milk clock. They haven't gotten points, but they have moved the sticks 3 or 4 times a drive. Carolina needs to get off the field very quickly. I agree with you, Tyler, given the fact that they have not been able to get off the field quickly. That could be a problem.
Exactly. I was going to comment on that beautiful spiraling punt. Just absolutely perfectly executed, and now Carolina's defense should make something happen.
And off to Swearingen. He is buried, and they give him forward progress to the 4. I don't know how that's possible. Irvine with the tackle.
And something that hasn't been working for Charleston is their running game. Keith Swearingen has been held pretty much in check as we take a look at Jay Taylor's numbers.
He's been
6
the man.
receptions and over 60 yards. Great day from him.
Swearingen again takes the handoff. And I don't think Charleston's going to throw this ball down here at the 6-yard line. If they do, maybe a little something to Taylor, but I don't think they're going to take a chance here, the way their defense has been playing.
Especially backed up in your own territory like this. You'd like to convert on first down, but what is more important at this point is not giving Carolina any sense of hope. A safety would do that.
8 minutes left. Drew is changing the play. Now he's audible to a run a couple of times here tonight. And audible to a run again. Swearingen got the first down to the 15-yard line. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. You just got to take a look at the offensive line. Fred Dukes and Butch Mann are the guards. You just see that huge hole created for him. And look, they're just running upfield, creating downfield blocks. And I believe that's Fred Dukes there on the downfield block. Wow. Just a tremendous play call and great execution.
7:38 and ticking. This is unbelievable, Tyler. I'm stunned. Simon's top of the screen. Drew going to throw. Drew back across the field. Oh, my goodness. A 3-yard pickup. He can't do anything wrong.
When it's your night, it's your night. And Cam, I'm right there with you. The script was flipped. It was 20-6 when the game froze. And TD Drew, how long did that ball stay in his hand as he was turning around? He wasn't touched while doing that. My goodness.
Drew out of the gun. 2nd down and 7. Dump off Swearingen. Nothing there. Now it's 3rd down again. Carolina's got to get off the field.
Last time it was third down, they went to Swearingen and a nice little run up the middle. We'll see if they go back his direction. But again, you can't get too greedy if you're Charleston. You are ahead. You're just wanting to milk this clock away. I'd say give it to Swearingen again up the middle and get as close as you can to that first down marker.
They got the first down on 3rd and long with Swearingen last time. Now Drew going to throw it out to him, and Carolina's defense all over it. So they'll get it back again. Pretty good field position. Prasad on the punt return, 6:15 and counting.
We'll probably see at the time that Carolina gets the football back, we'll reach about the midway point here in the quarter. So they only about maybe 5.5 to make something happen. Down by 2 touchdowns. A good return from Prasad would do wonders.
Kick is away from Saddle. Prasad on the return. Makes a couple men miss, then 3, but no blocking help. Gets up to the Carolina 49. Nice effort there by Prasad. Didn't have much help.
Yeah, it's almost a one-man show back there. It's like his help just gave up on the blocking assignments when they saw them get behind them, able to stop Prasad after making a valiant effort to make something happen.
Gold out of the gun. 4 wide. Carolina's really don't have any time to waste now. Backs against the wall, down 13. Pass to Logan Jack, nothing. Stamango with the tackle.
They try to go all slants again over the middle, and it was good heads-up recognition from Xander Gold to just find his dump-off route, because that's been the one route that he's been able to complete a pass to, but unfortunately that route's been well covered.
74 passing yards for Xander Gold this evening. 2nd down and 10 at the 49. Credit the Charleston defense as Gold will fire it into double coverage. There's just nobody open. 3rd down and 10 coming up. The SFL's 3rd season of minor league action starts Friday, April 16th. That's just in 4 days. The day before Wild Card Saturday. All new players will take the field for the first time as they prepare themselves to be drafted into the pros. Want to get on the field? It's never too late. Visit simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, create a player, and start building your career today.
A lot of excellent people already in the minor league. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Approaching 100 players. 3rd down and 10. Wobbler over the middle of the field. That's 1 yard short of the 4th down. McDaniel Jr. with the catch. You got to go now.
You have to. You have to. It's 4th and 1. Under 5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. You need 2 touchdowns. If you do not go for it, you're pretty much putting the football away. And putting the game away, too.
This is the 3rd 4th and 1 of the day for in the second half for Carolina. I believe the 4th overall. Why are they punting?
Wow. I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless, Cam.
And the spot almost makes it look like 4th and 2. Not a good
Nearly
spot on the football
well.
either. This is going to bounce inside the 10 and go into the end zone. This is just so frustrating. Just so frustrating for Carolina.
My heart goes out to the Carolina fans. This is just, I almost want to say it's pitiful. It's just, nothing's working. Nothing's working on the offense. The defense has put up a valiant effort. The offense just hasn't been able to come alive.
That's hard to swallow. That's hard to watch, that punt. The first one, questionable. That one, totally ridiculous. Swearingen gets the carry, loses a yard. 48 yards on 23 carries. It's done nothing. Jay Taylor has more yards of offense, their second tight end, than any other player in the game. It's just unbelievable.
Oh, man. And that's to include a huge touchdown pass to Buchanan Simons, too. That's just crazy.
2nd down, 11 at the 19. Drew milking clock, under 4 to go. Handoff Swearingen, and Prasad smacks him down. 3rd and 11.
If you're in the Carolina locker room, you better be giving all these defenders a nice steak dinner, even in this loss, because they deserve it. They've played outstanding, able to just keep this game close. I think the offense owes them a steak dinner.
3.5 to go. If I'm TD Drew, just run it again. Who cares about points at this point? Swearingen sidecar left. Down to 5 on the clock. There's the handoff again to Keith. Takes, brings him down. Clock will tick down some more. Carolina will have another shot.
Yeah, it's just good play calling there from Charleston. Able to, realize the situation, not get too greedy, and just work that clock. That's exactly what they needed to do. And now with maybe just over 2 minutes, Carolina will have another chance. And I think the special teams play, the punt, has to be just torn up, thrown out, burned in the trash can, and just forgotten at this point.
This has been one of the toughest watches of the season, Tyler. Tons of punts. Only one touchdown. The bomb to Simons where he broke a couple tackles. It has been offensively extremely quiet. Prasad breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Prasad inside the 40 to the 39. So there's something for Carolina. Prasad on a great return.
Oh, I'm getting an inkling if he gets another chance to return a football in this football game, he's going to take it to the house. He almost did right there, breaking off multiple tackles and setting up his offense in excellent field position. Now, when they need it the most, can this offense finally wake up?
They have to do something differently in the passing game. 74 yards for Gold tonight. 1st and 10 for the 39. And with only 2 timeouts left, you need to score sooner rather than later. Pump fake there. Gold dumps it down. Jack is covered. Just run it. He had
scrambled forward. He had so much room in front of him.
Gold, 2:06 to go. Lost 3. Back to pass. Out route Prasad gets out of bounds. That gets him another play before the 2-minute warning.
At least that right there is just great heads-up football knowledge there. Just able to get out of bounds, stop the clock before the 2-minute warning, and now you've got an extra play to just make something happen. Maybe convert on a first down or get close to it.
4 receivers. Gold out of the gun. Haven't done much out of this 4 wide tonight. Running down the middle, pass is caught by Avalos. First down, 2-minute warning. Carolina still in it after everything they've been through tonight. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. As of right now, LA will be back in the same situation they were in yesterday, still needing a London victory to make the playoffs as the 12 seed and take on Fort Worth. A Houston win gets the Hyenas in. They don't need any help. That pass is caught by Prasad. First down to the 12-yard line. 152 and counting. Got to score sooner rather than later with the 2 timeouts on the board and the 2-minute warning already gone. Gold back to pass against a blitz. Steps up. Oh, he threw it past the line of scrimmage. Just won the ball. McDaniel Jr. catches it. They rule it a 1-yard gain. I don't understand.
How is that not a penalty?
That's got to be a flag.
He was clearly in front. He was clearly in front of the line of scrimmage. Oh, my goodness. It's a gain of 1. If that would have gone for a touchdown, that would have just been absurd.
That's ridiculous. 1:43 to go in the 4th. 2nd and 9 at the 11. He's lucky it wasn't picked off. Gold, middle, caught, and it's at the goal line. 1:35 to go. Another nail-biting reception. Heath McDaniel Jr. on the play. 2 in the backfield. Gold, gonna throw. Out to Jack. Touchdown, Carolina!
It took him 3 full quarters and change to find the pay dirt, but they finally do on a Logan Jack little swing route to the outside, and Carolina have a little bit of life.
Now they need an onside kick, but not just any onside kick, Tyler, a good one. In the event that they don't recover, their defense has been so good, but in the event that they don't recover, they cannot give up a field goal and make it a 2-score game.
I'd say they almost can't. they have to recover their onside kick. They cannot afford to lose it because they only have 2 timeouts because they wasted one calling one on a 4th down.
Right, a lot of time would come off the clock. They'd have maybe 40 seconds or so left, and the way that Carolina's offense has been playing tonight, they don't need a long field to win the game. They need something shorter than that. This is a big onside kick here for Whistle Jones.
This potentially for their playoff lives.
Good point by Ramos Lynn in the chat. Because it was a backwards pass, Gold can do that anywhere on the field. That's why you didn't see a flag. Onside kick for Jones. Ball is caught at the 39, outside of field goal range, and making the play, Daniel Blumenthal for Charleston, and it's back on Carolina's defense, the pressure.
One good thing that Carolina has going for them, they've stopped Keith Swearingen all day today. They can, if Charleston's going to send a whole lot of Swearingen runs up the middle, they'll be well suited to stop them.
And off to Swearingen. He's got a hole, and he's into field goal range. Timeout, Carolina.
Oh, that's heartbreaking if you're Carolina. We just said that Charleston hasn't been able to get too many runs up the middle. Well, the guards Fred Dukes and Butch Menor say otherwise.
2nd and 4 at the 33. Simon's top of the screen, but this ball going to Swearingen. 1:21 left, unless Charleston wants to get crazy. Swearingen on the carry. Got a yard. Timeout, Carolina. Now, the one thing that Carolina can possibly hold their hat on here is they've got very close to blocking a field goal. We have seen one blocked field goal returned for a touchdown in league history. That was a Vancouver Legion player.
We've also seen one blocked extra point tonight that eventually found its way through the uprights. So who knows what'll happen.
3rd and 2. Need a stop here. Got one. That's Irvine. So it's on the leg of Moyer, and this, I believe, this field goal may give her the record for most field goals made in an SFL season.
If she makes it, this is for the win. This is ball game right here, right now. Carolina needs to block it if they want a shot at the playoffs.
Oh, the previous record is actually 36, so this will not get the record. That was James Troll back in season 14, but it can get Charleston the win. Down to 42 seconds. This is a 48-yarder. Snap pretty good. And Moyer's kick. Bingo. 48 yards, Charleston by 9. That's just about a wrap unless Prasad wants to do something.
Carolina need a miracle. They need Prasad. I'd say you have to get Prasad into the end zone on this return, and then they'd have to undo their mistake on the onside kick last time, where I saw their hands team maybe give Charleston's hands team a little bit more room than I would have liked. So we're going to have to see whether or not Prasad can make something happen.
Apologies to James Troll. I just misread it. Or apologies to Amanda Moyer. I'm sorry, I just misread it. You did just get the record with your 34th make of the season. The record for field goals attempted was 36. So congratulations to Amanda Moyer. Something happened in this game of note offensively, and that's Amanda Moyer getting the field goals record here in the SFL. 30 seconds left.
We should see a lot of deep balls down the field to try and get some quick points on the board, Cam.
Press coverage here. And Gold's pass is caught, but they're just running slants. That's not going to get him down the field fast enough. They got to spike it. Well, Carolina had a victory in their grasp. It was ruled a victory when the game was irrelevant to the playoffs. Then we found out, well, that game is very much relevant to the playoffs, and we got to play it in full. And here we are. Charleston winning 19-10 and giving LA some hope back. Three receivers, 17 seconds to go after the spike. Gold flips it out to Jack. Got to get out of bounds. Cannot do it.
That's just going to put too much time off the clock, Cam.
Yeah, that may be the last play. They may be able to get one more out there. 2. I spike it at 2.
One final play for this offense, Cam, in the regular season. Carolina, they've showed a lot of heart and tenacity throughout this season. Unfortunately for them, it's going to end up in a loss for them, and they'll miss the playoffs again. And for Charleston, they played spoiler here today, and they're going to come out of this rivalry matchup with a 6-6 record. Unfortunately, they'll miss the playoffs as well, but a great game all around from the Predators.
One last toss for Gold. And Gold finds Avalos, and that's it. That's your ball game. 19-10. Congratulations to Charleston. They improved to 6-6 on the season. Their strength of victory, not good enough. 333 coming into the day, one of the worst in the league. And they will not be winning any tiebreakers down the stretch. But there are the final numbers. Rough, Tyler. Both teams sub 250 on offense, but it was moving the football, the time of possession, moving it with Jay Taylor, ultimately proved to run out the clock on Carolina.
Yeah, old school football here today, and Jay Taylor, the star amongst them. No touchdowns in the day, but consistency and able to find yards when he could. That's a tremendous day from Jay Taylor. And I got to shout out Fred Dukes and Butch Menor time and time again, making crucial blocks to set up those passes, especially that pass there to Jay Taylor. But, when they needed to, when they were backed up in their own end zone, late in that fourth quarter, they were able to set a nice edge and create a big hole for Swington to run up the gut and convert on that third down. And so it was really a team effort from Charleston to put Carolina to bed.
And Tyler, you could run this game 30, 40, 50 times and get a whole bunch of different results. Who knows? Maybe this was the outlier. Maybe the game Sunday was an outlier. We'll just never know. All we know is this one is a final score. Charleston gets the victory. Shout-outs to them.
Yeah, Charleston, especially Amanda Moyer, again, want to congratulate her on breaking the record for most field goals made in a season. Congratulations. Well-deserved and well-earned.
Player of the game, it's got to be her, right?
Should be.
No, Simons with the 1 touchdown. I mean, that was a ball in play. That was the difference in the game. Simons showed up in the first half. 4 catches, 77 yards, a touchdown. An honorary game ball to Jay Taylor and Amanda Moyer. Well, for Tyler Falk, I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. Los Angeles is in the playoffs and will take on Fort Worth if London wins Wednesday. If Houston wins, the Houston Hyenas will be in the playoffs. And Houston will take on Mexico City in a rematch of the game that we just witnessed in Week 12. Arizona would take on Fort Worth. Those two teams will find out their opponents on Wednesday. Saturday, Vegas takes on St. Louis. Jacksonville takes on Lone Star. On Next Level Sports as wildcard weekend begins. Thanks all for being here and supporting the Simulation Football League. For Tyler, I'm Cam. Good night.